Shall we begin?
Let's begin now.
Hi everybody, it's Doreen, and I'm back with day number 3 of Father's Day cards with the Cricut. Today we'll be making another quick and easy one, and we will be using the Everyday Paper Doll cartridge and the Martha Stewart Seasonal Cake Art cartridge. So what does our card look like for today? This is the card we will be making, and it is another simple, quick, and easy card. So come on and join me, and I'm going to show you how I made this card. Okay everybody, so we're going to bring up the supplies so we can get started with day 3 of the series. So now, my card measures 5.5 by 8.5, and I've taken it and scored it in half to make it a 5.5 by 4.25 inch card. And the other thing that I've done is I've gone ahead and inked my edges using the Tim Holtz Distress ink, and today we are using the Vintage Photo. So now the next thing I want to do is I want to add my top layer, and my top layer measures 4 inches by 5.25 inches, and I've gone ahead also and inked my edges using the Tim Holtz Distress ink, the Vintage Photo. So now this top layer paper is from a paper pack by Recollections, and it looks like this, and it's the Garden Florals, and I actually purchased this for envelopes and top layers of cards. There's some really nice papers in here. So, and I was able to get it for half off, which is even better. So we're going to go ahead and put on our top layer. And this one is another simple card. Shouldn't take that much time to make. We're not adding any bling. I'm sad. And we're not adding any ribbon. I'm sad about that too. But this is for a male, and it is Father's Day, so I guess we can't add flower and ribbon and bling, but we still can dress it up. So let's add this layer, like so, and then we'll move on to start adding our embellishments. So the first thing I want to add is my grass, which I'm going to place right here. And for now, I'm just going to start laying out everything, and then we'll start gluing everything down. And then we'll have our golf cart and our little flag. I'm going to move the golf cart back just a little so I can put the flag on the grass. And then we have our golf clubs, which will sit down inside here. So what we may have to do is, before we glue that completely down, we'll add our golf clubs so they look like they're sitting in the cart. And that's about it. So let's get started with taping down our grass first. So now the grass comes from, let's go to that cartridge. This is from the Martha Stewart Cake Seasonal Art. And the cartridge looks like this. And the grass is on page 77, and it looks like this. And it says it is a 1 inch by 3, but I've cut this with my real dial size off, and my height is 1 3/4, and the width is 5.32. Now I did take off the aspect ratio because I wanted the grass to fit all the way across the card. So we'll get that taped down, and I'm sorry I didn't tell you which key that was on the Gypsy. That is key number 42, and it looks like this. And it's the same key on your layout too, or your overlay, I'm sorry. So, and this is just some scrap cardstock that I had left over. I don't even know what paper pack it came from. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to take our Tombow and get some tape on here, and we'll tape this down. So I'm going to run this along here, and then for the top of my grass, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 2-way and just run it up along the grass on the back rather than using the tape. And then we'll just line this up and get our grass down like so. So now we've got our grass laid out. So the next thing we want to do is now we want to add we're going to put our golf cart together, because there's something that I did a little different, and I actually got this idea from Momo. And I'll put a link to her video up here in the corner where she's made the same golf cart and card, but I've done a few little things different than she did. So when this cuts out, you get these 2 little round holes or dots that are from here. So what she did and what I did was you save those, but take a 1-inch circle punch and punch out some in black or whatever color you want, and put those on the wheels. So we're going to do that with using the 2-way, and I'm just going to line those up and put one on each wheel. So I'm going to get some glue on the second one. And then I'm going to add that one. And then the 2 little circles that were from the wheel, I'm going to put right here. Like so. So once again, we'll use our 2-way and get some glue on here. And we're going to place the circles right there, and try to get them in the middle if you can. It's no big deal if you don't. After all, it is crafting, so it's what you want it to be. And there. So now I've got my 2 little wheels on my golf cart. So we're just going to put the golf cart here for right now, and then we're going to add the flag. Now I didn't talk about the golf cart and how you put it together, or actually where I got the golf cart from. The golf cart is from the Everyday Paper Dolls, and it is on page 54. So let's go to that page, and it looks like this. And I cut this out at 3.5 inches. And I left the aspect ratio on and the real dial size on. So you're going to cut this out, you will hit the accessories 3 on your overlay, and you'll do the same thing if you're using the Gypsy, the Cricut Craft Room, or the Expression 2. And it is key number 27. So you'll hit accessories 3 and key 27, and there's your golf cart. And that's when you get those little wheels there. And I think if you want, we can see now if that works. I'm going to go to the Advanced tab, and there's areas that you can hide within the golf cart. So let's see if those wheels, you can actually hide those if you don't want those little dots to cut and you want everything to be a solid color. So that's just a tip for you if you want to do it that way. So next, I've also cut out the little flag pole or the flag. I'm not a golfer, so forgive me if you are and I'm saying that wrong. But it's accessories 3 as well, and you're going to hit your shift key. So now I've cut that out at 2 1/4 inches, and that's with the real dial size off, aspect ratio the same. And so you'll hit the accessories 3 and your shift key and then key 27. So your flag looks like this. So what I did, because I wanted my flag to be 2 different colors, I cut it out in white, and then I took and colored with my touch marker the green gray, which is GG9, and colored the pole part. And then for the flag, I used my Copic marker E41, which is pearl white. That way I wouldn't have to cut two of them out. I actually laid 2 on my mat, and one of them didn't cut out right, and I didn't want to recut it again, so I just decided I had one cut out in gray and one cut out in white, and since the white one came out and the gray one didn't, my paper wasn't all the way down on the mat, I just decided I'll just color it instead, rather than using some more paper. Or I could have taken my scraps and done that too. So I'm just going to sit this for right now right here. And actually, we're just going to go ahead and glue this down, since we know that's exactly where we want to put it. So I've got my glue on there, and I'm going to take my tweezers, and I'm going to line this up, and I'm going to place my flag right there. So now, what I've done to cut out the golf cart, the golf clubs, is I wanted my clubs to be gray and my actual case to be black. So I cut out 2 of them, and they are accessories 1 on page 54, key number 27. So let's go to that. And it looks like this. So remember, you're going to hit your shift lock and accessories 1 to get that. And they were cut out at 3 inches. And I cut 2 of them in 2 different colors. And then I just chopped off cut off the golf clubs on the 1 color. So you can just go ahead and glue those together. So let's get some glue on the back of here, and we'll place those 2 together. And then it looks like I have my gray golf clubs. So those are going to sit inside. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those down first, and then we can just add the golf cart on top. So we'll get some glue on here again using our 2-way zig pen, and we'll just add our golf clubs right there. And then what I can do is I can just put my golf cart down, and it looks like they're sitting inside the cart, like so. So let's get some glue all the way around. I think I'm going to use my Tombow as well. I'm just going to put the glue on the little small pieces. And I'll put the tape along on the larger pieces. And we're going to place that down like so. Okay, so now we finished the front of our card, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish up the inside. And what I've done is, once again, I had actually some pieces left over from making my envelope, which looks like this, and this paper is the same as what's on the front here. So these squares are about 1 1/4 inches, and I'm going to put one in each corner like before, like so. And then I've taken the My Creative Time XL label die that looks like this, and I've inked the edges just as I've inked the edges here using the vintage photo, and I've stamped out Happy Father's Day. And the Happy Father's Day is from the My Favorite Things stamp set, I Love You More WT Guy. And I will put a link to where to purchase both the XL die and the stamp in the bottom of the description bar. I've been using these two for the last 2 cards of the series. So I'm going to go ahead and tape these down, and then I'll come back with the finished card. Okay, everybody, so I'm back with the finished card. Now, what I did was I went back and moved the golf cart and the golf clubs over a little bit because I wanted to put that stamp there that says there aren't enough days in the weekend. And I also went back and inked the golf cart just a little bit with the vintage photo because I didn't like that being just that solid white on the card. And then I added my sentiment in the inside, and once again I did the corners with my leftover scraps from my envelope. So that's it, everybody. This is day 3 of the Father's Day cards with the Cricut. So stay tuned for day 4. Bye.